All right, thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. This is truly an honor to bring this gentleman on stage. I truly believe that this guy right here is the greatest voice we have to remind people of Carter and Ralph Stanley and the Stanley sound then and today with what Ralph too is doing in his great band. Because for those of you who don't know, he is a host on Sirius XM Radio. That's right. This Bluegrass Junction, of course, and everybody knows I can't get off of Willie's Roadhouse. I want a job over there, as a matter of fact, because I live on that station. They just don't know it. They don't know it yet. But I love it when he hosts, because I'll hear Johnny Horton, I'll hear some obscure music, and I love it. But this band honors the Stanley tradition in many ways that we couldn't around the world. He's based out of Alberta, Canada, and Nashville, Tennessee, all points in between. They just came back from Branson, Missouri. And they're a true friend to this stage and the Stanleys then and now. Chris Jones and the Night Drivers. How about it?
I'm dreaming buried. Mama says it'll never do, little girl. If you are away, I would run away with you, rather it be in some dark corner where the sun don't ever shine, never here to be. Summer man, starlight, when you ain't no longer mine. Well, what a pleasure to be back here at the Hills of Home Festival. We love playing here, and what a beautiful day we have. A little cool, but we love it. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Freddie, for the wonderful introduction. Always great to see Freddie Phillips. And I appreciate a fellow radio professional listening to me and saying those nice things. Thanks to Troy on the sound. We appreciate it so much. I want to do a song that we get a lot of requests for, at least from my mother-in-law. I got to do what she wants. So. But this is a little Travelers number that we had out several years ago. Our former bass player John Weisberger wrote this with a couple guys named Tom Utz and Charlie Steffel. And for those of you who traveled a long way to get here, this is a song called "I'm a Wanderer." Started out and where I am, I'm a wanderer, I'm a pilgrim. I was made to move to the beat of my own drum, on my way to God's great kingdom. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I had to go. Rested at the end of every day. I always found some grace to lean upon, a word to give to comfort or a sign to lead me on. I'm a wanderer, I'm a pilgrim. I was made to move to the beat of my own drum, on my way to God's great kingdom. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I have the one thing I can say is that I can't see round every bend. I have to keep on going till I reach the highest end. I'm a wanderer, I'm a pilgrim. I was made to move to the beat of my own drum, on my way to God's great kingdom. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I have come. Grateful for the me introduce some of these night drivers to you. We did a little night driving last night, getting into Wise, Virginia, late. With the mandolin, he's the veteran of the band. He's been playing we've been playing music together well over 15 years now. I've enjoyed every minute, except that 1 minute about 3 years ago. We won't get into that, but other than that, every other minute was just wonderful. We had to go a long way to find him. He comes originally from Munich, Germany. Took up bluegrass music all the way across the ocean, and he's an American citizen now, makes his home in Southern Illinois. We're awfully proud of this guy, awfully privileged to play music with Mark Stoffel of the mandolin.
Thank you so much, Chris. Happy to be back here for the third or fourth time, maybe fifth time. All right. You might wonder why I got into this kind of music. It's a simple answer. When I was 14, my mom gave me a mandolin for Christmas in Germany, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I found a book in a music store called Bluegrass Mandolin. What impressed me most about the book were the pictures of all the people playing it, you know, and seeing it like a mandolin like this one, and seeing a young Marty Stewart with a cowboy hat in the picture with Lester Flatt, and I thought, I want to be this person. And not quite, but you know. Anyways, I'd like to do a tune called Shadow Bands that I wrote a few years ago. Hope you like it.
Oswald, the member. Hey, the guy playing that bass
Hey,
for
folks.
us is the newest member of the band, but he was here last year. He's been with us now over a year and a half, and just an incredible musician from the state of Louisiana, making a song around New Orleans, and we're so glad to have him. Plays in about 3 different bands. We get him when we can. We're glad to have him. Please make welcome Nelson Williams. You all can't see it, but when we're playing up here, we're looking straight at a wonderful picture of Cardinal Ralph Stanley, and so makes us nervous. Make sure we got to do it right. We got to dedicate a song to Cardinal Ralph Stanley right now. This is one from Ralph's Cry from the Cross album, which is absolutely my favorite gospel record of any kind ever, and always loved this song. We recorded it a couple of years ago. It's on our latest album. Hope you like Step Out in the Sunshine. Good one for today. Step out in the sunshine, so lovely and bright. Only dark shadows rain. Come walk in the pathway of gladness and light, and make tonight happy stay.
Step out
In the beautiful sunshine, step out. Let's beam from heaven away.
Step out.
Wonderful love. Step out in the sunshine, it's wonderful rays. Will joy everlasting strength for your journey, swift passing days. New cheer for your grief burdened heart.
Step out.
In the beautiful sunshine, step out. That's beaming from heaven.
Step out.
In the beautiful sunshine, step out. Step out is wonderful.
Step out.
Step out, that's beaming from heaven.
Step out.
In the beautiful sunshine, step out. Step out is wonderful love. Step out is wonderful love. Thank you so much. Last but not least, we've got a young musician here originally from Winchester, Kentucky, and I've got a question about Winchester we'll get to here in a moment, but just a great musician with a career of her in her own right, with some great solo releases out there, and making her debut at the Night Drivers Day. This is her very first show. And just doing a fantastic job, really talented. Picker, singer, songwriter from Winchester, please make welcome Brenna McMillan. Now my Winchester question is it Ale 8 or Ale 8-1, like it says on the bottle?
It's Ale 8. We don't always read the bottle. We don't care about it.
And does it really cure a headache?
It does. It's a very good cure for a stomachache or a headache or the combo. So now you know.
Which happens, and
Yeah.
it all comes from Winchester there. Brenda's going to sing a song that is a single release for her. It's one I had the good fortune to get to play over at Sirius XM. I love this song. It scares me just a little bit. It's a scary number. It involves black bears, and now I live out in the Canadian wilderness in the west, and we have a lot of black bears. But anyway, this is just called Black Bear. back there. Ralph Stanley II was a good friend of Miss Dixie and Tom T. Hall, as was I, and we'd like to do a song that Tom T. wrote and recorded back in 1970, and we had this out ourselves as a single or feature album, and we'd like to do it for you now, especially for Memorial Day, with our sincerest thanks to those of you who are veterans here and those who have gone on and paid the ultimate price, and we hope you appreciate it. This is a sad one, and Tom T. Hall had a way of writing a really sad song, but that also had a little humor to it too. But this is the story of a young man coming back from Vietnam after having lost his legs, and he's just going back home and just talking to his mom and dad, and says, "Mama bake a pie, Daddy kill a chicken." People stared at me as they went down the ramp toward my plane. War is over for me, I've forgotten everything except the pain. Thank you, sir, and yes, sir, it was worth it for the old red, white, and blue. Since I won't be walking, I suppose I'll save some money buying shoes. Bottle hidden underneath the blanket over my two battered legs. I can see the stewardess looking me and ask for you. Say I know I'm Superman, couldn't find the phone booth quite in time. Gee, I get so long laughs, she remembers all the funny lies. Mama bake a pie, Daddy kill a chicken. Your son is coming home 11:35 Wednesday night. Mama will be crying. Daddy's gonna say, "Son, did they treat you good?" My uncle will be drunk. He's gonna say, "Boy, they do some real great things with the wound." The letter that she wrote me said goodbye, she couldn't wait, lots of love. Bottle underneath the blanket feels just like an old friend to my touch. I know she'll come and see me, but I bet she never once looks at my legs. But she'll talk about the weather, the dress she wore the July 4th parade. Lord, I love her and I don't believe this bottle's gonna get her off by and by. I see here in the paper the city of war is just a waste of time. Mama bake a pie, Daddy kill a chicken. Your son is coming home 11:35 Wednesday night. Mama bake a pie, Daddy kill a chicken. Your son is coming home 11:35 Wednesday night. I'd like to do a little train song for you. Lighten it up just a little bit. Story about a train I used to ride all the time, runs between Chicago and Los Angeles. So I got off in Albuquerque where my dad's family was living. And I rode this every year from about age 10 to age 20, something like that. I forget exactly, but I wrote it a lot. So I pretty much memorized the whole route, and I can tell you. And I went back, my wife and I took this train again, it's still running. It's the Southwest Chief. It used to be the Santa Fe Super Chief. And sure enough, this song pretty much got it right. Goes through Kansas in the middle of the night, I remember that. Anyway, hope you like a little thing called Riding the Chief.
Yeah.
Jackson and Canal Street, waiting on track 9. Every year when summer came around, dropped my bag, walk upstairs, find a window view on my own Albuquerque bound. Rolling from Chicago out into the plains, farmland and the cornfields drifting by. Into Missouri, towards the setting sun, wait to see the Colorado sky. Riding the Chief, long winding rail, riding the Chief, on the Santa Fe Trail. 1,300 miles of train in my heart, still go back, riding high, riding the Chief. Midnight, it's Topeka, slowing to a halt, waking from a sleepy traveler's dream. Onward through the darkness, torch lights fade away, prairies meet the thicket steam. Land of enchantment in the morning light, rattle fast coming down the bend. One more stop and baby, finally getting close, then I'm getting off the trip to end. 90 miles an hour, 14 years ago, glad the Chief is running to this day. Cause I'm on the platform, waiting once again, get on board and know it's that train. Ride the Chief, long winding rail, ride the Chief, on the Santa Fe Trail. 1,300 miles of track, and my heart still goes back, riding high, riding the Chief. Riding high, riding the Chief. Riding high, riding the Chief.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. We'll ride the Chief. It's a switch now with this weather. You know, people want to come out of the sun, want to get into the shade. Now it's the other way around. Get into that, step out into the sunshine. We're going to sing a little song that's brand new. We'll let you know we will be, we came here without our own table, without our own sign. So over on the right-hand side there, the little pavilion, we've got some CDs for you to come by. Come by if you want to take pictures and have things signed or whatever. We're happy to be on hand after the after the show. This is a this just came out about a week or so ago, and this is the whole thing I wrote. It's going to be on a future album. I know you've heard the expression, nothing ventured, nothing gained, but every now and then, it's plenty ventured, nothing gained. Hold on. We really appreciate Ralph Stanley II having us back here once again, and this is one of our favorite places to play, and our favorite places to be, as a matter of fact. So, and for Brandon McMillan here, it's her first time. It was Smith Ridge, so and she's a lover, as I am, of the music of the Stanley Brothers. So this means a lot to her on that too. We will be back also to 6:15. 6:05. All right, be on time.
You might be a little late on P606 maybe.
Oh, attendance is mandatory. This is a little number called Plenty Ventured, Nothing Gained. I'd like to go back and do one we recorded several years ago. Send this out to Tracy Martinez, who's here today, and so good to see you, Tracy. And come July, we'll be up in your neck of the state.
I'll be in Galax too.
That's right, Galax. Anyone near there? The Rex Theater. Up in July. Little optimistic number. On the streaming service Spotify, this is our most listened to song. It's perfect for here because we've got a lot of bends in the road. We'll leave you with this one. We'll be back, like I say, at 6:05. And thanks again to our wonderful sound crew, Freddie and everyone who makes this possible. And thanks to Ralph Stanley II. Here's a little Bend in the Road. Sometimes the journey takes a little patience, finding nagging urge to turn around. But even when I'm in the longest valley, know I'm getting close to high ground. Just found the bend in the road, I can see the clouds about to fall. Been carrying around the city load, should have only been down my heart. Just found the bend in the road. She hurt me till it gave me the strength to break away. Every mile feel the heartache fading, up ahead waits a brighter day. Just round the bend in the road, I can see the clouds about to fall. Been carrying around the city load, soon won't be laying down my heart. Just round so much. We'll see you later on.
Chris Jones and the Night Drivers. Chris, step over here, my friend. Oh, you know I enjoy your music, and yes, step out into the sunshine.
This is a perfect day to be doing that.
Thank you for remembering Carter and Ralph, but Ralph too, and what's going on today. You could say the Stanley sound then and today, but I know you love Cry from the Cross. Real quick, was that the first time you heard the Stanley sound?
I'd heard a couple of other recordings before that, but I remember I ordered that through the mail when I was 15 years old. And
Is this when you were in New York?
yes, and I ordered that through County Sales here in Virginia, and tore the wrapper off that, and that to this day, I've got 2 copies of it. I like it so much. The first one got worn out.
The real deal, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for Mr. Chris Jones and the Night Drivers? What's on the horizon?
Well, we're busy. We're coming back. Well, we're going to be. I'm trying to remember here. Coming up in early June over West Virginia at the Mountaineer Opry House there, and in 2 weeks, I guess that is first weekend of June, and then we're also playing in Floyd, Virginia, at the Floyd Country Store coming up in that same weekend.
Good to have you back.
Great, Freddie. Thank you so much. Always great to see you.